What's good, my beautiful people? We are back again with another video. This is so useful for everybody because we are preparing for Project Resolve in February. So I'm going to give you two of the best builds to run right now and for Project Resolve, so you can use it now, farm it up to like whatever expertise. Highly recommend going 24 expertise, but you can wait too until February because the materials are cut in half. But I'm going to provide you two of the best builds to use now and into Project Resolve. All right, first up we got the Ouroboros. Now this is the best meta build for the Ouroboros right now, and I believe it's going to be also really good when Project Resolve comes out, because none of these gear sets are going to change. Now they're bumping up other gear sets, so there might be competition, but this is top damage and meta build right now, and I believe it still will carry over into Project Resolve. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comments below, but I'm telling you right now, this build is crazy right now and it still will be good in Project Resolve because of they are not nerfing this, so it still will be top meta build. All right, or what you would call them as one of the meta builds, right? So we're gonna have to go with this setup. Now, Ouroboros, how do you get the Ouroboros? You get the Ouroboros through the incursion. All right, you need 4 people total, and you have to understand mechanics to get all the way through and try your luck at getting this drop. It is 10% per chest and 1% per boss, or every time you rerun it, right? So with the Ouroboros, it comes with a talent called Rule of Thumb All. When the agent is affected by a status effect, right? You on the next magazine have that same status effect that was applied to you. You can apply it back to that agent. Or if you're in PvE, you can apply it back to the enemies with the special ammo if you have that derivative activated. Now, right? The mask is interchangeable with this build, okay? You can use the 2.0 with the Catharsis, which I love the Catharsis over the Coyotes mask if I'm by myself, or if I'm playing with the team that doesn't have a lot of armor, I would still use the Catharsis. But if the team has a lot of decent armor, and I would definitely use Coyotes because Coyotes is the best when it comes to damage and crit damage. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and show those who are interested in the stats what it looks like with the Coyotes mask. As you can see, we have 60% and 139% critical hit damage. Now with the Catharsis, we're going to use that, and then we're going to have the stats of 59% with 127% critical hit damage. Now with the Catharsis and the Coyotes, you want to make sure you have a critical hit damage mod, because with the Ouroboros, it already comes with a lot of crit chance and crit damage. So if you stack it on the critical if you stack it onto the Coyotes mask, you might go over the 60%, which is the max for critical hit chance. So make sure when you use the Coyotes, all your other mods slotted are changed to critical hit chance, right? So we want to go ahead and change this one to critical hit damage, and watch this. I'm just going to choose a random one. What is this one attached to? Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go, right here. Right, and then we check the stats again, and look, we're at 59% with 151. So with this, you need make sure you have no critical hit chance mods. All you can see right now is critical hit damage. That's why we finished off with 59% and 151 critical hit damage, right? I'm gonna go ahead and update that. All right, so this drops it down to a 1.8 mil armor, which is still good. It's great in PvE, but it's still good in PvP. But 2.0 armor will definitely keep you more alive in PvP. Now in PvE, it doesn't really make a difference. If you want to go with more damage for the AIs, definitely go with Coyotes. I highly recommend using the Coyotes. If you're good with your movement in PvP, then use the Coyotes, whatever case may be, whatever you want to feel like. But me personally, I love 2.0 armor with a lot of damage, and the Catharsis proc, which gives you armor regen if you lose armor, because with the strikers build, you don't have adrenaline rush. You don't, when you're around players, you don't really get enough shield or enough armor back, right? So you only have the unbreakable. So I like to run personally armor regen And when the Catharsis procs, for those who don't know, taking damage builds up a stack of 30. So you gain weapon damage as you take damage, right? And it triggers a purge, which removes all status effects that affect you, right? And restores 5% of your max armor for 10 seconds. This is why I love using this build, this mask with any of the builds I have. So this is it for the Ouroboros. This is the meta top dog DPS, survivability, close range. All right, we have the shotgun for the close range because the Ouroboros is a close range weapon. So when you're fighting with the Ouroboros, you're already in close range, so your secondary needs to be something close range related, right? If you are in PvP and PvE, it doesn't really matter in PvE because you're probably more than likely just going to melt all of it with the Ouroboros anyway. But if you do want a secondary that is really good, I highly recommend using a shotgun or another close range weapon that is not an SMG. All right, so we're on to variation 2, the AR variation. Now this is my personal favorite variation because I am an AR player. I love ARs. That's what I run. Now I showed you an SMG build variation because obviously the Ouroboros is the top DPS build weapon right now in the game, and it still probably will be top 3 as far as best DPS with Project Resolve. So that's why I had to recommend that for those who are SMG players. Now for the Eagle Bearer, the Eagle Bearer is back. There will be increasing the RPM for Project Resolve, so it will probably be #1 for an AR to use as far as an exotic goes. You can't match it up with the Ouroboros, so it's kind of like a hit or miss which one you want to use. If you're talking about DPS, you obviously want to go ahead and go with the Ouroboros, but if you're talking about that feel of an AR, obviously you want to go with the Eagle Bearer. So I'm giving you 2 versions. Obviously, like I said before, in the previous variation, you can exchange the mask with the Coyotes mask for the extra damage. You will drop down from a 2.0 to 1.8 if you have expertise on your gear sets. Now for those who are thinking, why do you have 1.8 and I have 1.7 or 1.6? It's because I have expertise on my gear sets. The more expertise you have on your gear sets, you will bump your point M up to like 0.1, so it'll be like 1.8 to 1.9. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I have 1.8, right? So these are the 2 of the best variations. Now with the other one, I don't know if I showed you guys, but this is the Fenris chest piece for assault rifles. And with the other one, like I said before, I don't know how the world I'm in combat. Hold on 1 second. With the other one, you have Sokolov, which is SMG, right? So that's why I have those 2 variations, right? So that is it for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Will you get these builds? Will you try them out? If you have those builds, let me know in the comments below. Are you ready for Project Resolve? Do you hope it's the change of the game and brings back a lot of players? Everybody is praying for it. It's praying for a fix in PvP. It's praying for a fix in PvE. I don't know if this is what they're trying to give as like a last chance type of thing, but we all have high hopes for it. So we hope it works out, because if it doesn't work out, we might have to start looking into Division 3, right? So until next time, guys, I'll see you guys on Wednesday for my live stream at 9 p.m. And I hope you guys like this video and share it and continue to watch. I got another video right here for you guys to check out that will help you with your grind. All right. So until next time, catch you later. Peace.